Okay, so this is how you're expected to do house of design, QFD, according to SCMS. So first step is to create, and okay, this is not an explanation for QFD, this is the process of how to do QFD. So a lot of it might not make sense in the beginning, but eventually it will. So first you'll do is you have to make 5 horizontal lines and 6 vertical lines. Why? So you're going to make 4 columns, 4 rows and 5 columns. So it will look something like this. You are going to make 1, 2, 3 and 4 rows, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 columns. Now if you'll see, there's some space left here, some space left here. Make sure you keep that space. After making the 4 rows and 5 columns, what you're going to do is take the point here and take the point here, and then join you and make a triangle. You take the 3 vertices and join them and make a triangle. There's a purpose for all of this, so keep the process. I'll repeat the steps. I'm going to write the steps again, and I'm going to send the step by step picture as well. But what you have to do is make 4 rows, 5 columns, then make a triangle. This is why it's called a house of design, house of quality. Then what you'll do is you're going to take this point of the first row, draw like this, then this, and then this. Try to make it as parallel as possible. Then what you're going to do is take this point, go here, go here, go here. So you made a checkered board of sorts, a checkered triangle. This is the third step to your process of drawing a house of design. Now let's get back to the question. So you'll get a question which will be something like, okay, in this case we are a company which is dealing in fast food, and we have to decide. Okay, so now the question will just give us prepare a house of quality or QFD of a burger brand or an electronics company or a laptop company. You're a laptop company, prepare a QFD. That's it. You guys have to decide who's going to be the other two parties. So okay, I'm going a little fast, so I'll drop here, and these are the 4 major steps to deciding what will be coming here in these 4 columns, in these 4 rows, in these 5 columns, and etc. We'll get back here. You have to identify the customer attributes. So these are the customer attributes. These are the things that the customers are looking for in your product. So for a burger brand or a fast food brand, you're looking for taste, you're looking for nutrition, perhaps visual aspects, good value for money, whatever it is. Okay, how did I decide these? Well, this was done in class, but how would you decide these? These are something which are based on your intuition. Let's say you're going to take these headphones, right? What would you look at these headphones? Now you have to decide, as if you were a customer of the headphones, what would you look in those headphones for customer attributes? What are the attributes you're looking for? An example taken in class, which was very popular, is a phone. What would you look in a phone? Battery life, value for money, good camera quality, etc., etc. This is something which you have to decide. These can be any 4 things which make sense to you, which are logical to you. You'll write these 4 things here. We've made 4 rows for this exact thing. Same reason, 1, 2, 3, 4. Your 4 customer attributes, the attributes, the quality that you like in a product, which the question has asked. Obviously you have to write them here. Okay, the next is identifying technical features. Now technical features, what does this mean? As a company or as a controller of this product, what are the things that are technical in nature, that are controllable in my hand? So price, size, calorie, sodium, fat. These are 5 completely random things. You may say, how is sodium and why is sodium and fat separate? Why is calorie separate? So on and so forth. Completely fine. Whatever you feel is right, technical features of your product, you have to write. Now we took the example of a headphone. So in the headphone, you can say that the microchip, the chip that goes for the headphone, is a technical feature. which is completely valid. So I can go here, let's say my headphone, I am going to write the customer attribute. So something which I would look in my headphone is sound quality, let's say. I'm going to write here, so I'm going to list the other three as well. You can say durability. As you can see, this is not the most durable, so I would look for durability. I could look for what else? Comfort. I could also look for value for money. Value for money is something which is going to be very common. So you can, if you don't think, if you can't think of a particular attribute, you can go for value for money. Now, sound quality. Let's talk about sound quality. What technical feature would get affected by, would affect sound quality? What technical feature? What do I have in hand which can control sound quality? Well, microchip and processor. I could write microchip slash processor here. I've written microchip, but you can also write processor. Processor would be a better word. You could write software. What would affect the durability? Let's answer that. Durability, the, what is this called? The rubber pad. You can say that rubber pad. So you can write rubber pads. Or you could write aluminum body or whatever you want. So these are the technical features that you can control. Now, what would affect comfort? I could say rubber pad does affect comfort as well as durability, but I want something, two other things, technical features which I can control. Now, here if you want to cheat, you can write price. Price is something which is very common. Price, you can control price every single time, and so price is something which, if you can't think of a particular technical feature, you can go ahead with price. And finally, you could write, let me think, what else, what would be another technical feature that could affect all of these. Yeah, I'll use this only because I've written microchip, I've written software, rubber pad, price. I could write sound quality. Let me think. Guys, you can fast forward the video. If there's a lot of silence, I'll have to think for a good quality factor. Okay, I'll go with aluminum body here. Aluminum body. You can think, you can take a little more time during exam and you can think of something better. But for the sake of the video, let's take aluminum body. So these are the 5 technical features which I can control in my headphones, in my product as headphones. And yeah, so I've decided the customer attributes. I've decided the technical features. Now relate customer attributes to technical features. This is the most important point. So now you can see a lot of dots with circles, triangles here, right? So what are these? These are the 3 types of relationships that exist in QFD. You have a very strong relationship, a strong relationship, and a weak relationship. What does this mean? Let's take this live example and then we'll do a practical example as well. We have taste, nutrition, visual, good visual appeal, and good value. So these are the 4 customer attributes and these are the 5 technical features. Now taste, when we compare taste to price, does price affect taste? Absolutely not. Does size affect taste? You might say probably. So you can put a triangle here. You can say that I don't think so, so I have left it. Then calories. Do calories affect taste? Yes, a weak relationship can exist wherein low caloric food might be less tasty. When we talk about burgers particularly, when they try to make a burger healthier, there might be a chance that it might be less tasty, but not a very strong chance, a weak chance, so weak. Now sodium. Sodium is there's a very strong chance that the amount of sodium that we put will definitely affect the taste. Fat, strong chance, but not very strong, but okay, moderate. Okay, now how did I decide these? These are completely subjective. Now you can say that size, in your opinion, size does affect taste. Then go ahead, put a triangle if you want. This is completely, up to you. It is your call. It's completely your judgment that decides all this. Okay, now moving on. Nutrition, we have size affects nutrition. Yes, it does. Calories very strongly. Sodium, strong, not very strong, but strong enough. Fat, very strong. Price, visual appeal. In my opinion, there is a strong relationship. According to ma'am, there was no relationship. Again, debatable, but in my opinion, price, there is a correlation between visual appeal and price. So I've put a strong relationship, not very strong, not weak, strong. Similarly, you do this for all the other. Let's take our example. Microchip and sound quality, I think a very strong relationship exists. Software and sound quality, strong exists. Rubber pads and sound quality, I don't think there's any correlation. Price and sound quality, you might say that okay, higher the price, better the sound quality, but this is not a very good relationship to establish. I would personally avoid it, but it's up to you. Aluminum body and sound quality, again, no relationship. Then durability and microchip, a weak relationship does exist. Microchip quality does does affect the durability. Software, I don't think so. Rubber pad, very strong. Price, I mean, weak. You can say that price and durability go hand in hand. A better quality, a better raw material wala product would give you better price and so on. And aluminum body, very strong again. Comfort, no microchip, no software relationship. Rubber pads have a very strong relationship. Price has no relationship. Aluminum body has a very strong relationship. Okay. Now, microchip, value for money, weak relationship. Software, weak relationship. In my opinion, again, you might disagree that software and value for money have no relationship. Rubber pads, strong relationship. Price, very strong relationship. Aluminum body, value for money, weak relationship in my opinion. Some relationship does exist, but it's a weak one. Okay, so this is okay. Sorry, yeah, this is how this portion of the chart is made. Now, what you have to do is go back here and you have to compare microchip and software. So look at this column as software ka column, and the intersection of microchip and software is this area, right? Microchip and software is this area. So microchip and software, what is the level of relationship here? You might say a weak. I think there is a strong or a weak relationship, either or is fine. Then microchip and rubber pad, no relationship. Microchip and price, there is a strong relationship in my opinion. Microchip and aluminum body, I mean, there might be a weak relationship there. Now, software and rubber pad, I don't think there is any relationship. Software and price, strong relationship. Software and aluminum body, I don't think there's any relationship. Rubber pad and price, I mean, debatable, but okay, I can say a weak relationship. Rubber pad and aluminum body, strong relationship. Price and aluminum body, price and aluminum body, what? Okay, strong relationship. Again, I just made this up on spot. There is no pre-written. This is all on the spot. You can make any relationship so long as it makes some basic sense. You have to have some sense to it. That's all it's required. I made a mistake here. Yeah, I did not make this line. Remember that. Anyway, so this is the correlationship between what? Your customer attributes and your technical features, and a correlationship within the technical features. This is also important. So you're almost there. The final step is to evaluate competing products. Now here is where your second part of this half is done. Now this part will be used. I have not kept enough space here. Let me see. I won't be able to draw with one hand, but I'll try. You have to make 4 columns again. This depends on the question, guys. There is no fixed hard and fast. If they say 2 competitors, you have to make 2 columns here, 1 for yourself. Sorry, 4 columns in total. 1 column will remain the same, which is customer importance. Okay, give me 1 second. Yeah, importance. This will remain constant. Now let's say they give us 1 competitor, then it will be us and the okay, I'll write this as you, us and the other competitor. If there are 2 competitors, us, then let's say Boat is a competitor to us and Beats is a competitor to us. Let's say these 2 headphone companies. I'll take Sony. Sony is better. Yeah, Boat and Sony are our competitor when it comes to headphones, right? Similarly here, it was us against Burger King and Subway. having difficulty reading my own handwriting. Anyway, so now what you'll do is, what is our so okay, the logic behind this, I'll have to explain the logic in order to make sense of these scores. What you have to do is think of it in a manner that you, after you make a survey team, you make a marketing team, and you stand outside your stores, Burger King stores and Subway stores, and you're asking customers that based on these attributes, taste, nutrition, visual appeal, good value, out of 5, how important is how important, I'm sorry, how would you rate our product on the basis of this? So you're asking their ratings, you're asking them to evaluate the product of your company, Burger King and Subway respectively. So let's say Subway wala says the taste is extremely good, the nutrition is decent, visual appeal is 4 out of 4, good value is 4 out of 4. And here, these numbers are made up. You can write any numbers you want. Try to be a little modest with yourself, because you're going to make this in a way that you want improvement. You want to use this tool for improvement, right? So it's better to have a moderate scores for yourself, so that you can present a case of improvement. So comparatively speaking, you do better in some fields, but not excel in any of them, like particularly. There are other examples where you can succeed, but try to give scores which are not very over the top. Now, so if you'll see 3, 3, 3, 4 out of 5 are decent scores, not very low but not very high either. Now, customer importance. What is this customer importance? Basically, you're asking them how important is taste for you. These were scores. How much would you rate our product? Then you ask how important is taste for you. So 4, nutrition 4, visual appeal 3, good value 5 out of 5. Because everybody wants to have best money. Okay, you do the same. Okay, I made a little bit of a format error here. This should have been one column, one row above. This should have been here, boat and Sony, because you want it to be in the line of this, wherein you can score. Okay, sound quality, we stand, let's say 3, our boat stands at 4 and Sony stands at 5 according to the customer. Durability mein our product is very good, boat is very bad, and Sony is decent, let's say. Comfort, now if you've given 1 5, avoid giving more 5s because you want to be modest. So comfort mein we are 2, boat is 4, Sony is 4. Value for money mein we are 1, let's say our product is very costly, 5 and 3. Okay, for customer, sound quality is 4, durability is 3, you can say. Comfort 2, I mean we all have been there where we have given up on comfort for value for money, so 5. So 4, 3, 2, 5. These were random numbers which I have given. You can be your own judge. Teachers will not cut marks if your answers do not match with their interpretation of what is a QFD, right? What is importance of comfort for a customer? Let's say you've written 2, but in her opinion or his opinion it's 5. They cannot cut marks for that. It's opinion based, because actual QFD aren't opinion based, right? But here you can't approach a customer, so you are the ultimate decision maker of who the customer is. So now here is what is our priority, what is Burger King, and what is Subway. What does this mean? In our case, where do we stand when it comes to price? Where does it stand when it comes to size? Where do we stand when it comes to calories? Where do we stand when it comes to sodium? What is our priority when we compare it to customer importance? And what is Burger King's priority? What is Subway's priority? These are again opinion based. There is no calculation, there is no multiplication, division, anything of that sort happening. You just go here, write our priority. I know I've made a spelling mistake. You write boat and you write Sony. Yeah, Now you just give scores. Go ahead, give scores. Remember use this, you try to use this. If you can see, we're very good at rubber pad. Very if we look at customer A and art, so there is some क्या बोलते हैं, balance, there is some balance you have to find. Like if you can see here, uh, you've gotten a very strong relationship here, a strong relationship here, so I've given a 5. Here there is a weak relationship and a very strong, so 4. Here there are tons of relationships, strong and very strong, so 5. So try to be a little balanced. Let's say I have 2 weak but 1 strong, so I'm going to give 4 here. So what does this mean? The technical indicators that we have, the technical features that we have, as compared to them, the customer's attributes, what the customer wants and what we have, and where do we stand, what is the intersection between the two. So there is a very strong relationship between rubber pad and durability, and we can control rubber pads, we can control the quality of rubber pads. So our priority should be controlling rubber pads, so we'll give a 5 there. Let's say our prices aren't the best, so I'll give 3 a priority. Even though I know that value for money is 5, my scope for when it comes to price is not very strong, so I'm going to give a 3 here. Now here when I go to software is, let's say I give a 3 again, and here I'll give a 5. Okay, so how does this work? Why did I give 2 5s? You can preferably, this is a strategy again, give 2 5s, or you could give a 3 4 5 of sorts, any, preferably keep it balanced in a way that you have a distribution of sorts wherein not everything is 5, because you cannot prioritize everything, right? Now if you look here, we can now exactly, let me think, 4 3 5 okay, so because customer importance lies in sound quality at 4 and value for money at 5, what I can do, and this is something which you can do, my sound quality is at topmost priority, because microchip and software works at sound quality, but I could change the price to a 4 as well. Now both, if we look at this case, right, you can see that our priority is 5 here, and Burger King is 4 here, and Subway is 3. What does this mean? While our top priority is 5 here, Burger King and Subway is little behind when it comes to fat. When it comes to fat management, their product cannot really cut back on fat, but we can. So that's why we are going to give top priority here. And there is another aspect to it, because nutrition is important to us, we'll also cut here. That much logic, let's say you don't want to use, just put random numbers here, just make sure where you're giving top priority. Let's say I'm going to, you shouldn't be writing these before, but let's say you do decide these two, then try to make sure that there are low priorities here as compared to you, and otherwise you can write any priorities you want. Now I've written them in front of you so they don't seem random, but for an outside viewer they're very random. So we, as a conclusion, you're going to write that whatever the business name is, should focus on rubber pads and aluminum body. That is ultimately our what do you say, durability and comfort, because that's something which okay, I don't think that is a good conclusion, because durability and comfort are the lowest. So you can again manipulate it up to you. I'll just change this to 2, I'll change this to 4, I'll change these. In exam you're not allowed to do that, but so you can be a little what do you say, prepared in advance in a way that, okay, you know that you've given top priority to sound quality, so look at things which affect sound quality. Microchip does, so I'm going to give top priority here, and value for money does, so I'm going to give top priority here. So this customer importance is going to align with your top probability. Let me just cancel this, So your customer importance should align with your top priorities. Okay, so this is how you do a QFD. Little complex, but there is a simple step-by-step procedure. You draw 4 rows, you draw 5 columns, you select the customer attributes. How do you select those? You just look at the product. You take, let's say, this pen in mind. You think of the things that you look in this pen: smooth writing, long lasting, value for money, comfort, let's say. And then you write the technical aspects, technical features that can be controlled. Let's say you can control the rubber pads here, or you can control the body here, or you can control the amount of ink, so you can ink capacity, or you can control the ink quality, etc. So whatever you can control will be your technical features. Whatever is given is the attribute. Let's say we take this example, right? This is for a company. This is much better looking. So this is between us and Mercedes and BMW. We were given Jaguar. So again, what do? Draw 4 rows, draw 5 columns, decide the features that you look, decide the technical aspects: engine, tires, chassis weight, fuel efficiency, horsepower. While deciding these, you can think a little ahead, and what you can do is think what influences good mileage. Engine does, tires do, chassis wheel does, fuel efficiency also does, horsepower does. So you can think of the attributes that you're deciding: sound quality, and things that affect sound quality can be your technical features, like microchip. Again, this is not the approach towards making a QFD in real life, but it's more of a cheat of sorts, exam cheat. Yeah, so you decide these, then you decide these, then you make the triangle as we talked, the checkered boards, then the very strong and weak relationship. You have to write this in exam with the word relationship for each separate year. Then draw the relationships. Then this part will be done. This is how your table will look. Then you will draw these 4 columns or 3 columns depending on the number of competitors. Customer importance will remain static, will remain the same regardless of the number of competitors that you get, that you are recommended. You have competitive evaluation, which is what we did here and what we did here and what we're going to do here as well. We asked Mercedes, BMW, horrible in mileage. We asked the customers, their comfortable seats, absolutely, smooth control, absolutely, value for money, not so much, by the customers. Jaguar, okay, decent enough and okay. Then customer importance, for customers, good mileage is very important, comfortable seats is okay, smooth control is also important, value for money is most important. Jaguar, where do we stand? 4, 5, 3, 4, 5. Mercedes 45325, BMW 55315. What does this mean? Where does BMW stand in efficiency? Where does Mercedes stand in efficiency? Where does Jaguar stand in efficiency? Where does Mercedes stand in engine? Where does Mercedes stand in tires? So on. Again, tires was not something discussed in class. I'm pretty sure it was something which was recommended. So you can write anything if you want. These are not hard and fast. I'm repeating this again. This is one of the most subjective type answers. Your relations should make logic. That's it. If you're saying chassis weight affects fuel efficiency and weak relationship, so that should make sense. If you're going to write very strong relationship and for engine you're going to make weak relationship, it doesn't really make sense, because you're saying that chassis weight has more impact on fuel efficiency than the engine, which is not true. So Jaguar, how is it? Good is it in fuel engine? How good is it in tires? Mercedes ka priority. How good? When I say good, I mean priority. What is what is Jaguar ka priority? What is Mercedes ka priority? What is BMW ka priority? Now deployment. So we should deploy in these 3 areas. Again, I did 2 areas here because 2 areas were given here. There is no hard and fast rule. You have to only have 2 areas. You can have 3, you can have 4, you can have 5 also, but then if you're going to say 5 or 4, it's like you're saying that it needs to improve everywhere, which is really not logical when it comes to quality improvement, right? So yeah, this is quality QFD, house of quality. Thank you.